We have a world these days where everybody's walking around looking at their cell phone, and so many people never look up. And if you live in St. Louis or New York or Los Angeles or really most of the developed places, there's no reason to look up because there's nothing to see, and the reason there's nothing to see is light pollution.
Within a generation or two of the invention of the light bulb, people lost touch with the stories, the cultural connections, and also the utilitarian uses that the night sky provides us. I mean, it ruled our lives. And now we're looking at somewhere around 80% of the US population not being able to see the Milky Way where they live. And here in Glacier, we have phenomenal night skies. We have 3 million people that come to this park, and this is our chance to showcase something that people have lost touch with and reconnect them.
You know, the people who created the national parks, I don't think they gave a thought to the issue of preserving the skies. I think they probably took it for granted. In 1890, 1910, when Glacier was founded, it was probably pretty dark lots of places. The great benefit that was probably never understood at the time was not only does Glacier preserve this wonderful ecology, the animals, the plants, the wonderful geology that we have here, but it also has preserved the dark skies against the onset of all the light pollution. Waterton-Glacier, it's an international peace park. It has a Canadian side, Waterton Park in Canada, and Glacier in the US. So we have together gotten ourselves designated as a dark sky park.
It's a lot of work to pursue a dark skies designation.
One of the first steps you have to do is identify what type of light resources you have, where they're located, how many you have.
I used what's called a sky quality meter, and it's a little box that takes a measurement of how dark the sky is. Myself and other people working on this project would go out and take different measurements around the park. We already knew that we had pretty dark skies, having spent time here, but proving that we don't have extreme amounts of light pollution coming in from different points. And so going to different parts of the park and showing that those areas still have dark skies.
Dark skies are important ecologically. There are animals, even plants, that rely on dark skies in order to reproduce, in order to hunt, in order to survive. And there's growing evidence that dark skies also impact us and our own health. And so for all those reasons, preserving dark skies is valuable, is important, it's a worthy cause.
The unique thing about light sky pollution is that it's extremely reversible.
Fixing light pollution really shouldn't be that hard because all the light that goes up is waste. Doesn't do anybody any good. Nobody has any economic value out of the light that goes up. So everybody ought to be perfectly happy to have the lights shine down instead of up.
It was my responsibility to identify places where we had this unnecessary light pollution and then to choose fixtures that we could replace those lights with that met historical and dark sky needs. Nice. Well done.
We also are required as part of the IDA designation to do a certain amount of interpretive programming related to the night skies.
We call it Half the Park Happens After Dark. And that is expanding the whole tourist experience to say, don't go to sleep, it's just beginning. Go out and lay down in a meadow and look up and see what you find. It's going to be fantastic.
Our star parties up at Logan Pass are an opportunity for a large group of people to come up and experience the night sky in a dark place. They have an opportunity to look through an array of different telescopes and really experience some pretty phenomenal things, from faraway galaxies to star clusters to diffuse nebula. I've had people look around at the front of the telescope to see if we've stuck something up there to trick them into thinking they're looking at Saturn. It's not a viewfinder thing, it's for real. And people are they cannot believe they can see it through a telescope.
I don't think you can help If you stand out on a dark sky night or lie on a blanket in a meadow and look up and you see the Milky Way, you see this vast expanse, you can't help but feel humble, I hope. Our little solar system in a galaxy among billions of galaxies.
It would be kind of, too bad if our inability to see the stars would prevent us as a civilization from reaching for them.